I'll have it pulled up on my PC next to me too, in case there's any issues.
Okay, there it is. We are officially live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Overwatch Oasis League. We are starting the Week 3 of Tier 3 action here with a great matchup. I Need Healing versus Boomers R Us. I Need Healing coming off a loss to Pizza Planet last week, looking to bounce back, get back to above 500. They had a good Week 1. Boomers have yet to have their first victory so far, 0-2. They lost last week to Diving Phoenix, hoping to get their first win of the season. I am Mr. Game and Kirby, and I am joined by my awesome co-caster, Toasty.
Yeah, and it's great to be back here for T3. Definitely a tale of two tapes here on both these teams. You have kind of the old guard here, I Need Healing, been a team around the server for quite a while now, and then you have Boomers here who just came in this season with some familiar faces in Ratty, Insane, and then Filthy Reindeer as well on their team. Interesting to see. You kind of hinted on the storyline. You do have I Need Healing, who came in with a dominant Week 1, then fell off in Week 2. Time to see if they're going to actually bounce back here and be the team they want to be, or if they're going to keep slipping back a little bit. And then on the side of Boomers, you have that 0-2. Looked better last week, though. See if they can keep climbing up and hopefully get their first win this week.
So both teams showing off a sim comp right now, as is very common here on Legion Gardens, but Ratty going to be on the Pharah.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the big difference here is you do have, if you get this Pharah set up on off angles here, it could provide a big issue for the side of I Need Healing with no hit scan.
Both of the teams are on point. Sim turrets are out. Manila able to get the opening pick onto Rocky Top, and that's going to be huge for Boomers, as any team that gets the sim set up is going to have the huge advantage. But Villian able to take down Jokingly, but it's not looking good, especially in the long fight with that Symmetra. Manila able to get the cleanup kills, and that's the first capture for Boomers R Us.
Yeah, and you do see the quick swap off by I Need Healing to that comfort pick for Rocky, the Junkrat, and then Ghosty on the Pharah. And then Valerian going on the Mercy here, maybe to pocket Ghosty, try to poke out Lee. Could be a problem for her, though, as there's just such free open sightlines. You see Ratty gets this pick onto Junkrat, which might just force an immediate reset for I Need Healing, losing consistent spam damage right there.
They're going to get the res, and they're rotating towards the white room. They're trying to avoid as much of the sightlines from the Pharah as they can. Do you see Bangin trying to go forward with that shield? Has to be careful. A lot of spam damage coming out on the side of Boomers R Us, and Ratty once again finding the opening pick and flanking, trying to get a barrage kill, able to find one, and that's huge. Gets another onto the hit scan. Ghosty. Rocky did attempt to flank, but only takes out Insane, and that's going to be another clean team fight here for Boomers R Us.
Yeah, it looked really great there on the back there of Ratty with that barrage, really having a lot of ults here coming up on the side for Boomers as well. If I might need healing, though, I would have wanted to back up after Rocky gets picked, as that spot was already pretty well scouted out, but you do see Ratty gets picked here. I'm assuming the res will be to follow.
I think Trill actually probably still has it on cooldown after resing Insane, but Bangin kind of very far away from the team, and Rocky Top also getting melted down by Manila, who's absolutely dominating on the Symmetra right now, and here we go. Boomers R Us looking pretty good here on Gardens, only one team fight away from securing the victory.
Yeah, but you do have a lot of ults coming up for both sides here. The big difference I see right here, though, is Insane's a little bit closer to this grab. If I am Boomers here, I look for the Shatter early, throw that grab in, and then try to build up some more ults off of that, specifically the Shatter, as they're going to probably look on the side finding healing for a big visor play.
And there's the Shatter coming out from Citizen Snips. It finds a couple, and Manila's turret's already doing a bulk of the work here. There's the Graviton Surge from Insane, and that's going to be it. 100-0 here for Boomers R Us. They looked dominant there on that first map.
Yeah, Boomers really setting the tempo here on round 1 of Oasis. Granted, this is probably one of the stronger Pharah points here, as you do have Night Market coming up next, which is a strong Pharah map as well. But that first one really being a strong one there in Gardens. So it'll be interesting to see what I Need Healing comes out with here to maybe try to counter Lee. Because if they can shut down this Pharah going into this map, 3rd point control center, not necessarily good for Pharah. So could be a chance for them to really let that Junkrat Reaper combo they tried to run earlier shine and try to take this as a 2-1 on first point.
I know, you almost maybe think that I Need Healing were really hoping for Control Center there to possibly get them some momentum. Ratty is going to go ahead and stay on the Pharah for now, and Manila going to also teleport right off the bat, but Rocky's a little bit behind. That's going to be tough, but the positioning is still actually pretty equal, and they're able to take down Manila's turrets, and there's Rocky Top getting 2 kills, melting the members of Boomers R Us. Ratty able to take down Tata, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. He's still there, but Ghosty on the hit scan going to apply a lot of pressure, and this first capture is going to go to I Need Healing this time.
Boomers, they really just kind of caught off guard, not expecting the somewhat of a pseudo dive there on the side of I Need Healing. Definitely a good call by them, but you do see, though, Ratty taking out his counterpart immediately, and there's no res on the side of I Need Healing, so this could be a good point for them to push in.
They're still going to have difficulties trying to get into this microwave, but Tata trying to hide in the corner. That is not where you want to be when Orion is swinging their hammer. Citizen Snips is getting low from the turrets, as is Manila. They have to be careful, but Manila is able to take down Rocky Top. This fight is looking really good for Boomers. Rocky Top did use the Photon barrier to try and halt the aggression, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Villian out of mech here on point. Ghosty using the healing pad. There's Ratty using the barrage. Only takes down 1. Actually got a concussion mine kill onto Valerian earlier, but that will be the point being flipped in favor of Boomers R Us.
Yeah, and if I'm I Need Healing here, I'm looking to probably swap off this Symmetra. I'm not necessarily sure once point is taken here that you have a lot of value getting back on point with it. I would almost like to see Rocky run that Junkrat he's known for to try to pressure out the side of Citizen Snips here, who's already having a hard time keeping Shield full health as is.
But man, it's going to be tough because Ratty continues to get opening picks here. Ghosty is able to find that trade though, so it's going to be a 5v5 out here. And Ghosty gets insane as well. Ghosty with a great start here in this team fight, jokingly going to have to pop the Coalescence, but in kind of a weird position, and now Tata is going to use their Coalescence in a much better position to do a lot more damage. Attack bites are coming out from Ghosty, finds Trill and a bomb from Villian. Manila coming in, able to get 1 with the Death Blossom, and with Rocky Top going down to the skill orb, it's not looking good for I Need Healing, as it's pretty much just Villian here as well as Bangin', but he's going to go down. And that will be another team fight victory here for Boomers R Us.
Guys, Reinhardt's 19 HP, just someone touch him. Someone just tickle him right there. I think right there, honestly, if Bangin' gets some connection right there with the Tesla cannon on Reinhardt, that whole fight flips. However, though, unfortunately, you do see Ratty get picked here, but if you're Boomers, you have some ults to play with here, and because of the constant swaps on the side of I Need Healing, you do see them swap to the Brig and back to the Rhine here. They don't have a lot to work with here, as this looks like it could be last fight.
Yeah, we'll see. Insane and Citizen both have their ults, and there it is. Insane throwing out the Graviton Surge, and Rocky is already down. Citizen Snips maybe trying to set up for the Shatter, but he is in trouble. Ratty from over the top getting eaten by Villian. Great play by Villian to stop that barrage from getting a lot of value. 90% on the board. Villian trying to go aggressive onto Insane, but takes a direct rocket to the face from Ratty. Gets demeched, and this is not looking good for I Need Healing. All blue in the kill feed, and it's only Rocky Top trying to come back, but it will be a 1v5. It's not looking good. We do see one more contest from Tata for now, but I think that's going to be it. Boomers R Us. They win the first map.
Yeah, and that is I think in their part, that is momentum setting map 1 win. Going the 100-0, and then really only losing that second point there for one time. Once they got it back, they said, no, this is mine. As you will see, Rocky, though, will get play at the game here with the Sim turrets. I would assume would be the first take they had there, which was strong, as they did come off on this weird kind of pseudo dive that caught the side of Boomers off guard. Really allowed them to get this first point here, well, first take on this point pretty easily. Unfortunately, though, once Boomers realized what had, they made the swaps to the Reaper and were able to counter that pretty well. So good first map for Boomers. Some good things happened, though, out of there for INH. So good chance for them to possibly bring this back here on map 2, and then working into hopefully the rest of the series for them to kind of bring some of this back.
It is unfortunate for I Need Healing, as of right now it does look like they may only have one additional sub for tonight, and that is Dadbot, and Dadbot isn't even here yet, so hopefully they can maybe get him, make some adjustments with him. That's going to be otherwise I Need Healing, maybe they'll make some adjustments, maybe It's tough because I think the only DPS players here right now are Rocky and Ghosty. I don't really think any of the other members of this team play DPS. I was thinking like maybe you put Ghosty on tank, Villain on support, but then you don't really have another DPS. So
Yeah,
definitely.
it's gonna be a tough situation for them. It's a double-edged sword though. Yes, they don't have any subs. They're going to run the same six-man lineup until Dadbod gets here. But on the other side of that, they're going to all be in. There's going to be no change of position. They're all going to be playing together for these four, maybe five maps here. So the cohesion's going to be there for all those maps. There's going to be no one coming in cold necessarily to try and pick up slack or do anything like that. It's going to be the same six people from here on out, it would appear. So you just sit down as those six and say, okay, what went wrong map one? They had a Pharah. Pharah was a big issue. How do we deal with that? Do we have the people in to play double hit scan? Not necessarily, but what can we do with the parts that we have to at least negate some of that Pharah's value? Is it you have Villain stay on the D.Va, which she played very well on the D.Va here on that first point, negated some decent value out of Lee. Do you keep Ghosty on the Pharah or on the Soldier, or do you put them on something maybe more like the Ashe or the McCree with a pocketed Mercy that has that potential to one or two tap them out of the sky? There's a lot of options for things for them to do, so it's just going to be really how well they can adapt to whatever lineup Boomers throws in at them, which is what's in Boomers' favor because they have a lot of flexibility on their lineup on who can run what. So it might pose a little bit bigger of a hill for them to try to climb, but definitely something that I Need Healing can rise to the occasion and try to combat here.
And you talk about all the ways to counter a Pharah. I mean, I Need Healing had a lot of it covered. Villain on the D.Va, Ghosty on the hit scan, and they even had the Lucio. Like, you got all these things, so they're gonna need. I think it's more than just countering the Pharah. It's countering the Pharah correctly, like playing a little bit at a faster tempo so that the Pharah isn't getting as much value. Like really, or even playing at a slower tempo and making sure you pressure the Pharah out before you make your rotations. Like, I think that's also going to need to be what happens there too, because theoretically they're on night market. They had the counters.
Yeah, and honestly, if I'm in I Need Healing's head right now and I'm trying to figure out, what can we do? What should we do different that we didn't do map 1 to counteract this Pharah? I honestly say you kind of all in it on this map 2 here. I say you run D.Va, I say you run a Zenyatta, and I say you just keep that Pharah marked completely. If you don't necessarily have to kill Lee, you don't necessarily have to eliminate him every single fight, but if you can apply some discomfort to that Pharah and not allow them to go free with that constant Discord Orb, with D.Va consistently booping him with the D-Matrix, it can mitigate that value. I don't necessarily know if I Need Healing has the pieces to full-on counter this Pharah and shut them down completely in the game. Do I think, though, they have the pieces to negate some of the value and then win on the ground while the Pharah is in the air? Absolutely. I still think you have Rocky on that Junkrat, which is violent. I think you have really good supports in Valyrian specifically on the Mercy, very well known for that. And then you have a good tank line in Villain and Volunteer. I think you don't necessarily have to kill the Pharah. I think you can negate her and then win the ground fight and force the Pharah into a sticky situation.
Yeah, definitely hit the hammer on or nail on the head right there. We do have some subs coming in for Boomers R Us, mainly K2 and Reindeer K2. Have they played yet this season? I'm not 100% sure. I don't think they. Maybe they did. I'm looking like a bad tier 3 expert right now, but I'm trying to think. I think they maybe played a little bit.
They may have played a little bit. I know them though specifically last season. I believe on Valkyries, very very strong tank player for them. Correct me if I'm wrong. Last season, so definitely someone that I think you can look out for here if you are the side of I Need Healing. The biggest thing to me though here is you have Insane on Eichenwald. Eichenwald is a map where you make a lot of space. What hero is Insane good at that can make a lot of space? Wrecking Ball. What do you have to assume is going to come out? A Wrecking Ball here.
I will say, though, typically K2 usually plays the main tank, like playing Ryan, so do you see a Ryan ball comp here? Is that something that, especially here, they're going to start on defense?
Yeah, I don't think you necessarily see it on defense. I think Insane played very well on Zarya. I think you see the typical Ryan Zarya, maybe even a Ryan Sig on defense. But I think on attack, I think if you're boomers, you're crazy if you don't necessarily run a ball comp here, as I am stood to be corrected. We do have a double shield of some sort, but Insane's going to be on the Orisa instead of the Sigma, and K2's going to take up that Sigma role.
Yeah, interesting. The other sub coming in is Reindeer, who had an excellent game against Pizza Planet, and even still got the MVP against Diving Phoenix. So he's had a great season so far. Perhaps, you know, this is another thing that I Need Healing is going to have to take into account now that, you know, maybe some long-range hit scans in play.
And I think you just have a better support line right now in terms of hero selection on the side of boomers, because I think that Baptiste has more utility for the team fights than an Ana does. So I think that's going to be a big thing I Need Healing has to fight through here, is you have to play off nanos here from Tata. If you don't play off those nanos, Ana gets little value. As on the opposite side, where Baptiste gets that constant healing and damage 24/7 along with Immort.
We'll have to see. I Need Healing sitting here at the choke. Tank's got incredibly low and Rocky already down. That is not how you want to start the team fight. K2 trying to throw a rock. I don't know where he's trying to throw that, but both Mercies get the res. Reindeer able to take down Ghosty. Rocky Top coming back actually is able to take down their counterpart in Ratty, so now I Need Healing are going to go aggressive. Nice anti from Tata, and a shatter built up from Ban again. This is actually looking really good for I Need Healing, so a great response after a rough first map. They're going to take point A relatively quickly.
Yeah, and I think that is just solely on a comp difference here, as you do see the swap completely from Boomers said, okay, you guys want to brawl, we'll brawl back at you. And now I think we're really going to see the difference between an Ana and a Baptiste when it comes to this brawl comps. As you do see Ghosty goes down, but the res is there, so this will be a brief 5-on-6 for the side of I Need Healing. I think they really want to push the pressure.
Both Mercies are able to get a res at the beginning of this team fight, but Boomers have some nice positions here on the first corner, but Ghosty already taking down Reindeer. That's huge. Jokingly throwing in the amplification matrix, but I Need Healing already way past it, looking pretty good in that aspect. We do see Ratty attempting to put some pressure on the payload, but he will go down, and again, we see Boomers R Us kind of on the back foot right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's really really playing off of the aggression here of the tank line. I think the tank line is really carrying this right now. Ghosty's putting a lot of damage in terms of Echo right there, but I think this tank line really applying a lot of pressure here as K2 has had a chance to breathe.
Villian throwing in the grab. There's the Immortality Field from Jokingly. Ratty from behind, gonna try and get multiple players with the tire, able to take down Ban again, which isn't a bad pick, but may not be enough to move the needle. A great res from Trill and Dax, but more picks in favor of I Need Healing right now. Rocky Top able to get the concussion mine kill onto Jokingly, and yeah, this is looking real good for I Need Healing, but they do lose Ghosty, and we are going to probably see one more contest Insane now on the Wrecking Ball.
Yeah, and I think the big thing to take away from that fight is they did draw some decent amount of ults off of I Need Healing. Tata actually using the Nano on the Echo duplicate there on D.Va, so really not getting a lot of value out of that. So that could be an ult they want back that could swing this fight. You throw that on Ban again here, or Bang, I think they single-handedly win a fight, so we'll see how they adjust here going into this final fight.
A nice shatter coming out from Bangin'. Reindeer did throw the bomb to try and contest, but it did not get a whole lot of value, as it was one of the members of the team that got shattered. K2 still here, gonna get taken down by Ghosty, Insane back on the Wrecking Ball. Rocky Top gonna try and close out point B with the tire. Insane is one, and they will take him down, and that will be point B, captured by I Need Healing with a lot of time left still in the time bank.
Absolutely, but another issue here, I think, is ult usage, as you do have that tire used necessarily when you didn't necessarily need it used. That fight appeared to be won, so now they're going in here to third point with only really the Valkyrie and maybe the grab to snowball this and to try and get in a quick third point cap.
I could maybe understand it because they didn't really have great characters to take down the Wrecking Ball, so maybe that's why they used it there. K2's Shatter doesn't really find anything, but Ghosty does go down to Reindeer's turret, who's now on the Torb. Bangin' able to take down his counterpart, though, and now we're going to see Valerian use the Valkyrie to try and inspire the team to go forward. Able to get the res onto Ghosty. Trillindax is able to get the res onto K2, but will fall. Villian throwing in the grab, and it gets a couple people after a couple seconds. It was a miss at first, but there's the solo shatter coming in from Bangin to take down Insane, and K2 in a rough spot as well, so I Need Healing looking good once again.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to take this pretty quickly unless there's a massive stall on the side of Boomer. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. You do have the Molten Core come out, but looks like there's not going to be much follow-up here.
Interesting duplicate for Ghosty onto the Torb, and we'll get pinned out of it, so not going to be able to build that Molten Core. Insane on the point, spinning, and Ratty now back on the Pharah here, able to take down Tata. That's huge, and jokingly coming back with the Coalescence. I do actually think we're going to see Boomers able to turn this around, and yes, they will. Definitely on the back of Ratty getting multiple kills in that team fight.
Yeah, great stop there by Boomers. Take a breath here. You've stopped them. They did not steamroll with a gigantic time bank thus far. On the opposite side, I Need Healing. You did great getting it to where you've got it. Deep breath. There's still many fights here for you guys to full cap this point. Don't worry about the time bank. Just get it in there on that third point and apply the pressure for Boomers on the attack to do the same.
And it is interesting to see the Pharah here from Ratty. Typically, point 3 Eichenwald is where you don't see the Pharah, but Rocky already going down. That's a nice start. Insane trying to cause some disruption here in the back line, but K2 already on the back foot. He's incredibly low, and there's the shatter coming out from K2, but it doesn't really find a whole lot. Ratty using the barrage, but that doesn't really find much either, but Reindeer getting two, including the hammer kill. You love to see it, and it does look like those picks are gonna be enough to move the needle. Rocky Top is gonna get one, but I don't think it's gonna be enough because Rocky Top is one himself. Only Bangin here, and he's gonna go down.
Yeah, and I think you're seeing shades of first map here. I think, again, the issue is Lee on this Pharah right now. You don't really have a direct counter. Ghosty's doing great on the Echo, but there's only so much that they can do on the side of I Need Healing right now to counter this Pharah. She has to be low enough for anything to hurt her, and right now, Lee flies at a certain height. He's untouchable.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be tough here for I Need Healing to take him down, but they do. Ghosty finds the focusing beam. That's massive. Here comes Reindeer going for the long-range Molten Core. Insane, able to take down one with the Mines, and I do think this is going to have to be another reset for I Need Healing.
As you can see, it looks like in these fights here, Rocky's wanting to set up for somewhat of like a hero tire here and kind of just having a lot of these fights be somewhat of a 5-on-6 on the side of I Need Healing. Because he's looking for this highlight tire here. I think if you're I Need Healing, you roll in here, you tire to start, you get 2 off the back of it, 1 or 2, or at least force some cooldowns, and you just go in. But now you have definitely last fight here as Ratty takes out Valerian. There goes your res, there goes your majority of your healing, as you only have Tata as support right now. Has the rally almost up, but is that enough to push into this team comp?
There's a good pile drive from Insane, getting close to another minefield here, and there's Tata going for the rally. They're going to go and try and take down Ratty, and Ratty already takes down Ghosty. That's a nice counter on the barrage, though. No value gained from there. And there's the tire, point blank here, and there's the beat from Trillidax.
Massive beat.
Yep, it was an excellent beat. Reindeer able to get the headshot onto Bangin, and there's K2 getting the shatter. He does go down to Rocky Top, who's still here providing a lot of pressure on this payload right now. Ghosty coming back with the duplicate and is actually going to duplicate the Pharah. We'll see how this goes. Typically you like to duplicate the tanks, but we'll see. Insane able to get another kill with the Mines, and it's a no-touch from I Need Healing. It would have been tough with the Mines on the points, but still, unfortunate ending to what started off as a great attack for I Need Healing now is not a map completion.
Yeah, no, I mean, they basically get the map completion here. It's as close as you can get without touching pay dirt right there, so not bad. Definitely a good attack by them, but they're being their own worst enemies right here. They got almost all the way to third point, could almost touch that door, didn't, and they saw the issue was Lee on this Pharah again, just creating so much space. They also had the issue with Insane on the Wrecking Ball doing so much, and they never, other than Tata switching to stun, which I think may have been the wrong call as you lost so much healing there, they never really chose to counter the 2 main issues, as you do see now on the side of Boomers. They're going to run the same type of comp here, as we do have a lever. Looks like maybe a possible DC here, but on that point though, Boomers, are going to run what looks to be a fairly similar comp to what they just ran. Correct me if I'm wrong. Reindeer on Echo's the only real swap, and you have jokingly on the Moira instead of the Lucio there. They do have the Ashe, which I would assume will get pocketed by the Mercy here on the side of I Need Healing, which could be a big opportunity here for the side of I Need Healing because Ghosty has been performing very well. However, what is the support that we're going to run here with Valyrian? I've seen Moira and I've seen Brig so far out of Tata, and I think you have to run a Baptiste here. I think Baptiste has to be the hero that is pulled out in order to make this comp work, as you're going to have, hopefully, Valyrian just solely dedicated to blue beaming Ghosty the whole game.
We do have Tata coming back in, just waiting for the confirmation that they're ready for the unpause, and yeah, we'll have to see. And I mean, that last comp that Boomers are running definitely causing a lot of issues. I mean, you were right in saying on this Wrecking Ball, looking as good as always as he is on this character, building up so many minefields, but it is going to be a tough go here with double birds, and Rocky Top obviously going to start on the Junkrat. We'll see. There's not. I will say you can run the Junkrat against the Wrecking Ball if Rocky Top starts putting his traps in place that they can possibly get Insane stunned, and so they can focus him down that way. I think that would be ideal.
Right here, though, once you see Boomers roll out on this comp against I Need Healing, you are going to be basically saying, and Ghosty we trust here, because Ghosty's going to have a terrible job of trying to deal with both these birds as the sole hit scan. You do have Tata playing this Baptiste. If she can play it well, this is a very, very strong counter comp to what they have on the side of Boomers. But we're going to have to see. It's not a hero we've seen out of her yet, I don't think, this season. So it'll be interesting to see how they do run this double shield comp against what we're going to essentially see out of Boomers is we're going to run at you and make you have to deal with us.
Even the Orissa's not a bad pick here. It's at least someone who can shoot at the far. I mean, that comp that I Need Healing were running at the end, I mean, they barely had anyone who could even shoot at the far, with the Brig and the Ryan Zarya. So we'll see. Double shield did not go well for Boomers. We'll see if I Need Healing can possibly rectify it. And it is a good start, Ghosty getting that opening pick onto Reindeer. Insane gonna try and cause some immediate aggression here, but will just immediately go down. And Ratty actually already in the backlines here trying to find those picks. It's gonna be up to Ghosty to try and get that pick, and they do. Great job from Ghosty to take down the far here. Immortality expended by Tata for now, and Trilodex will be able to get the res onto Ratty. But Bannigan able to take down Jokingly. Both teams have a pick after that res, so 5v5 on point, but K2 going a little aggressive, goes down. Ratty's still up in the air. They need to take him down. He's going to cause so much problems if he's not dealt with right away. Trilodex in a really tough position, gets taken down by Villian. Insane here on the point, trying to roll through the enemies, cause that disruption, but definitely a rough spot here for Boomers, as we do see the members of I Need Healing coming back.
Yeah, Boomers, this is a very hard comp for them to run on first point. However, if they do take this, I believe this comp opens up magnificently for them on second, and then playing into third point, I think it's better. So we'll see what happens here, but definitely a good hold thus far by I Need Healing. Ghosty definitely performing well in this Ashe. She gets another pick here. I believe I Need Healing has recognized their win condition being put resources into Ghosty and see what happens, and it's working out well for him.
And even Rocky heading to the Torb here, that is another, possible, deterrent to these double birds. So, yeah, they're really trying to focusing on, their weaknesses from the first map to try and make sure that this Pharah and Echo do not make them lose again. And Ghosty getting another pick onto Reindeer right off the bat. Ghosty absolutely dominating on this map so far, but Ratty in the back line, there's the barrage, and a nice accretion from Villian takes him out, but Villian does go down. Valerian able to res Baptiste, and here comes the Bob coming out from Ghosty, who does fall to Ratty. Now there's not a lot for Ratty to have to contend with, except for maybe the Bob, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. He's already gone. Bannigan and Tata for now, trying to hide behind the shield, but Insane able to get the picks. Bannigan gonna commit the supercharger. maybe not a good idea. A possible swap coming here from Bannigan as well, as it will almost certainly be Boomers R Us taking point A.
Yeah, you do see that swap from Bannigan onto the Reinhardt. Makes sense here. You're going to have Rocky Top play this Soldier here. Interesting to see how this works out, but both teams here recognize their win conditions. It's the Ratty versus Ghosty show here in terms of who's going to do more. As you do see Ratty gets his pick on the Ghosty and goes to try to deny that res there, which he does successfully. So this is a point in time in which Boomer should push in. You do see Insane doing that. As there goes Villain.
Oh man, yeah, Ratty continuing to dominate, builds up another barrage, already takes down Bangin. That is an amazing job from Ratty, building up basically 2 barrages in 2 fights. Excellent job there, Reindeer on payload duty for now. Is good start on point B here for Boomers.
Yeah, and you gotta remember, Reindeer does have that Echo dupe here, which could be a massive ultimate here on the side of Boomers. You do see Ratty a little bit too aggressive there and gets picked. This might cause a potential backup here unless there's a big ult swing on the side of Boomers.
Insane coming in with the mines. Tata for now able to use the immortality field, but they get knocked out of it. Unfortunate. Villian able to find one with the Derivative Flux, and Insane falls off the map. Unfortunate there. This is definitely the opening they need, but Trillindax able to get the res onto K2. Rocky Top on the point trying to find the picks, able to take down Jokingly, but Ratty is here, and now no hit scan available right now for I Need Healing, and there's a shatter from K2. Reindeer gonna duplicate the Reinhardt for good measure. 2 Reins on the field. Another victory shatter for good measure. Rocky Top going to be able to touch, but that will be point B being captured by Boomers.
Yeah, Reindeer indeed right there. Reindeer just duplicates that Rein to consummate there, taking that second point. So we're looking at third point here, 3 minutes left. As you do see though, K2 getting very aggressive in there, might give his life for it. However though, I like the aggression out of Boomers here to set this tempo, as it kind of seems to be maybe a little bit of panic on the side of I Need Healing here on what to do about this aggression.
But there's a nice shatter from Bangin, able to take down both Trillindex Jokingly and even got Reindeer, I believe. So great shatter from him, and the stabilization here coming out from I Need Healing. They have 2 minutes and 40 seconds to hold just a little bit before the end of the map, and they will tie up the series.
Yeah, and you do see on the side of I Need Healing have a lot of ults coming up here. You did use Shatter though, and Bob, which have been some of your most productive ults this game, as you do see the visor going down now with Soldier dying. So you do have a massive opening here on the side of I Need Healing though, on the side of Boomers. However though, they do get Ratty. So
yep, that's
definitely just a trade back and forth here.
It's a massive pick. Good minefield, though, sectioning off the halves of I Need Healing. Here comes Rocky Top coming back with the tactical visor. Can they find anything? It's going to be tough with Jokingly using the Coalescence. Villian throwing in the bomb. It is going to be able to take down Jokingly, so that's a huge pick for a possible recontest here. But Villian in a tough spot, actually using the boosters to go further into the back line. Maybe should have tried to get back to their team. Is going to get taken out of mech. Both teams kind of sitting at about a 5v5 right now. Reindeer has that duplicated self-destruct ready to go. Will not use it. Instead, will just take down Villian. Bangin not able to find anything with a Shatter, and Ratty already taking down Ghosty. That's a great start here. K2 finding their counterpart, but Rocky Top with the nice Helix rockets onto the Ryan. Now here we go. Can the staggers come out here from I Need Healing to possibly turn this team fight around? It's going to be tough. Villian here on the point, looking to find picks, and Ghosty able to take down Ratty. K2 not going to find anything with the Shatter. That's huge, but 2 picks, 3 picks now, 4 picks for Boomers. This is looking all too good. They only need to take down Tata for now. That's a team kill, and that is a map win for Boomers R Us.
Yeah, and Boomer is actually the big key right there, as they kill Ghosty right as she got Bob right there. So big stall ultimate out of the way there. And I think this is just a story of one team made more swaps than the others. You see K2 here going to play the game here on the Reinhardt. Fantastic Ryan play out of him on this map. Right here going to just solidify getting second point with this Shatter. It's a follow-up. But again, I think you look at map 2, it's the same story as map 1 here for I Need Healing. Lee, especially on Streets phase here of this map, on the second part here, on Farha, just kind of did whatever he wanted to. Along with Reindeer on that Echo, it was really in Ghosty we trust, and Ghosty did phenomenal on DPS there, but two birds, one of them being pocketed, is just too much for one person to handle.
Yeah, Ghosty really did all that they could. They were getting picks. Did actually get taken down by the birds every once in a while, but getting a lot of opening picks there. It's really Ghosty did do a magnificent job on that map, but the rest of Boomers were able to help with the ground war.
Yeah.
So they didn't always need the Pharah to initiate the team fights, and a lot of times you'd see Trillion Dax, he would get the res onto the Pharah, which was huge.
Yeah, and I honestly, if you look aside I Need Healing, yes, you're down 2-0, but I honestly think Eichenwald was your map to win right there. You make a couple swaps a little bit faster, and I think it's a whole different story. I think if you put Villain on that D.Va, which she's played very well on, so far this game, put her on that D.Va a little bit earlier. Maybe put Rocky on the Torb a little bit earlier. I think that was a stronger pick for him than Soldier. If you keep that through second point and into third instead of swapping to that Soldier, I think this is maybe a whole different game. Unfortunately, though, we just necessarily some swaps didn't come through, or some wrong swaps came through on the side of I Need Healing. It just cost them by the skin of their teeth. Definitely, though, a close second map. As you go here into third map here, which I believe this week is Anubis.
Nope, Volskaya.
Volskaya, okay. My apologies. For Volskaya this week, this is the map I Need Healing wants. If there's any map that's going to start a reverse sweep for a team, it would be I Need Healing on a 2CP map. Your most known player on the team, Rocky Top, Junkrat player. What's Junkrat really good at? 2CP. This is built around what they'd like to do. So this is definitely a good focal point for them, just to make a pivot here and be like, listen, we're down 0-2. However, though, not necessarily been destroyed. First map was kind of rough, but second map very close. Like, this is very spinnable for them. They just need to decide what exactly their plan of attack is going to be. It looks very obvious that they're going to keep Rocky on this Junkrat or this projectile play as much as they can. So what is our other options here, how to deal with these flyers? Because Boomer's going to keep running them. Boomer's going to keep running them until they're forced off of it. So I think they need to figure out how exactly do we negate these flyers more, because Lee is just having his way right now on Pharah. As we do see, though, here, same comp again as Dadbot here is not yet arrived for I Need Healing, so they will be keeping the same thing. Actually, my apologies, there will be a swap up here. You will have actually Tata and Villain swapping roles. You'll have Tata swapping onto that, what you would assume would be the off-tank role there, paired with Bang. And then you have Villain going over onto that support role there with Valerian, which could be a very, very scary support line, as both of them are very strong supports here in T3.
One thing I was going to mention is you bring up, we're going on 2CP, very strong Junkrat map. Unfortunately for I Need Healing, the next map after this is Junkertown, infamously one of the worst Junkrat maps in the game. So perhaps they could get the win on Volsky here, and then maybe does Dadbot show up? Like, that would be huge.
Yeah, no, that's the plan. Dadbot's going to show up for map 4 for them to run some double sniper thing. They're going to force a map 5. It's all, they're just playing into the lore here. They're making it fun for people to watch. They're going to win map 3 here. Dadbot's going to show up and be heroic for map 4 here. Double sniper, try to shut down some Pharah, and then play into a map 5.
Yeah, see, they're trying to give as little as possible away about Dadbot to Boomers R Us right now, so they're literally going to wait until the last possible moment they need him, which would be map 4 there, and probably map 5 as well, so we'll see.
Absolutely. He's the ace in the hole for them right now. He's not going to be played until he needs to be, and then, oh boy, watch out. But if you are, I Need Healing, you do have to like the map you're actually are going into right now, because it is a decent Pharah map, but it's not a great ball map, and that takes away what Insane was just very dominant on. And it is a very strong Junk map and a great Ash map, which Ghosty just played phenomenally on. So I do think this is going to be the point where if there was any map in the series, in the game, outside of maybe Anubis, where I Need Healing could switch speeds and shift momentum quickly, it would be here on Volskaya.
So we do have some swaps coming in for Boomers R Us. We're going to see Citizen Snips come in here, play some tank. Manila going to replace Ratty. And then Juju making their first appearance of the night on Sport.
Yeah, see, and you have Boomers here playing into the lore as well. They have to give Lee a break here. Lee can't play third map and be dominant on Pharah. They have to be like, hey, take a break. We want this to go to a map 5. People want to see 5 maps, so we have to let this happen. So you're just gonna sit out Volskaya here. We're gonna give you a break here. But in all seriousness, though, some good swaps here coming out of Boomers. Anxious to see what this lineup of Drax and K2 are going to do on. Yeah, you need to swap Drax in for Citizen.
Oh, Yep. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. It'll be interesting to see what Drax and K2 do here on tank. Reindeer here played Echo really strong last map. Not sure if Echo is the play here. Would maybe like to see possibly a Tracer or something along those lines. I don't know Manila's hero pool here, so it'll be interesting to see what they do DPS-wise here. And then Juju and Jokingly played very well in the Moira last map. I know Juju last season played very, very well. So it's interesting to see here what both teams decide to go in with.
Okay, yeah, I was right. Drax is Citizen Snips.
Oh, my bad. I read Trillin Dax as Drax. That is my fault. I am very sorry.
I was gonna say,
this.
because Citizen Snips was Draxum Slounched before, back in Season 5, and that's their new name.
Well, my apologies then. You did have it right the first time. But yeah, once we get readies from them, I think we will be good to go here on the map 3. I Need Healing looking to switch us into possibly a reverse sweep situation, and Boomers looking to solidify here with a 3-0, and then possibly lead into that 4-0 to help get some of this this map differential back for him. So it'll be interesting to see here what they decide to do. I'm very intrigued to see what Tata here does on the tank. I don't know if that's something we've seen her play yet this season, as she's typically been the support player for this team. But you do have some key players missing from this team. I know Beezer on this roster, very good tank player. I believe Berserker, I'm probably pronouncing that completely wrong, also very, very good tank player. Played very well in their season opener against Sandbagging Smurfs on tank. Not here. You have... So that could just be a situation of they're trying to make some rotations, what they see could be best for him, and that might be putting a couple people on off rolls here.
So now here we go. One thing I will say about Tata coming in for tank, they are a lower number than Villian, but I think they're going to make up for that, because Villian, a really solid support, been one of the better supports in Tier 3 for a while now. I think was an all-star in Season 4, so maybe that's what they need. Potentially a little swap on support here, although it does look like Villian going to start on the Baptiste, which is what Tata was playing.
I think Baptiste here is almost a must pick on defense here on this 2 CP point. You're going to need that M or you need that constant heals. I do like this team comp they're running. Actually, the exact same one as they did to somewhat start on Eichenwald, and it was very successful for them, so interesting to see how they go with here, with just the role swap, only swap being Tata onto that Sigma. Now, Villain onto the Baptiste. On the opposite side, though, you have a double shield of your own on attack, but with substantially more poke, as you do have that constant shield pressure coming through from the Hanzo and the Soldier, and then the speed coming through from the Lucio.
I am interested to see this double shield with the Moira Lucio. That is certainly a unique look, but look at this. They're already making the rotation, but jokingly gets caught on the door and taken down by Rocky Top. That is a brutal start. Reindeer going down too. Yeah, this is not looking good right off the bat for Boomers. We do see the rotation onto point for I Need Healing, trying to take advantage of that double shield. Gonna see...
They do rotate there onto point, which is odd to me. I would try to stagger these people coming from spawn here. They're not going to win a 4v6 on you. And if there's still 2 people coming from spawn, poke them out. Make them force back to come get those players. But instead, they rotate the point and then just give up this high ground. However, they do kill Manila here. So again, it's a 5v6. But they really need to execute on the fact that they do have these people coming back from spawn and just try to cut them off from their team.
Yeah, for sure, but now we do see Boomers once again on the back foot. They're struggling at figuring out what to do here. They're just kind of meandering around between the interior parts of the map, and now it looks like they do have the full 6, and they're going to take the defender's left side rotation here. Going to head to that high ground. We are going to see I Need Healing react to that quickly by moving the shields, as well as rotating some other players, trying to maybe get to the high ground. Yes, Rocky is going to head to that high ground here. Good rotations from both teams trying to win this poke war.
Rocky goes down, and he almost has Torvald there, so that is a massive opening here. I think you want to look for the res here if you're Valyrian, as she does go for it, gets the res off, so now this is going to be somewhat safe for the side of I Need Healing, as they do pop. Everybody's going to hit triangle right now. I'm hitting triangle myself on my controller to feel included.
That's crazy. Juju going down to the turret, but I think it's all red in the kill feed right now. The ultimates were just too good. The coalescence from Jokingly, maybe a little bit overzealous there, but at the end of the day, they will be capturing point A here on Volskaya.
Yeah, I mean, I was a triangle party and we weren't invited, so I'm spamming triangle right now just to feel included in that right there. But yeah, you do have to see everything dumped from both sides, pretty much. Besides, you have Gravitic on the side and almost window for I Need Healing, and on the side of Boomers, you have both tank ults and Dragon. You do see the swap though, Ghosty onto the Sombra.
Yeah, trying to look for those EMP win conditions, and there's Tata using the Gravitic Flux, but goes down to Citizen Snips. Now he has a Gravitic Flux of his own. Let's see how they want to do. Yep, he's going to initiate with it. Villian able to throw out the Immortality Field on a nice hack onto Citizen Snips to make sure that the second half of the Gravitic Flux didn't happen, but it's still all red in the kill feed right now. Reindeer even still has the Dragons in the tank, able to take down Ghosty. There's 1 tick. 2 ticks will be here shortly. Will anyone else be able to touch? It's not looking good. Rocky Top is going to be able to. Bannigan not going to be able to get in there. And it is going to be a 3-minute and 39-second time bank for Boomers R Us.
Yeah, that's a very dominant run there on 2CP. However, it is 2CP. This game can go 8-8 on 2CP or 8-7. It is the world that we live in with 2CP in this game. So definitely a map that is still very winnable on the side of I Need Healing. They just need to relax, take a deep breath, and go at it again. I think that whole fight steamrolls right there, though, from maybe a miscue on the side of INH. It seemed like Tata went up for this Gravitic, and there was really no follow-up on the side of I Need Healing, besides maybe Ghosty with a hack and a poke from the backside. So she goes up from the Gravitic, gets a big pick, but dies in the picks up a lot of people, but dies in the process, so that slam doesn't come through. And from that point on, they just combo their Gravitic and Bongo, and it just kind of rolls through. So maybe it looks like some miscommunications on the side of I Need Healing here. Maybe because some players are playing in some off rolls, who knows? But it seems like they just don't seem to be on the same page right now for this map.
I will definitely say, I think looking at Boomer's first couple of games, you definitely did see some, the team play and team coordination wasn't quite there. It felt like a bunch of individuals playing. I will say in this game, they are looking a lot better. A lot of, the healers really keeping up with their DPS and making sure everyone gets peeled for, and tanks are playing well right now. So Boomer's definitely looking improved here, but can I Need Healing possibly set a nice time bank for themselves, still trying to get this reverse sweep?
Yeah, and they're looking to do it here. They're going with the SimTP strat with a Pharah going on that coast side, so they're definitely running a comp that is very steamroll heavy. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with it. They do, instead of TPing height, they're just going to TP kind of that short left through the gap. But you do get the opening pick there onto the Soldier. Nice
job from Ghosty there to get the environmental kill on Manila. But Ghosty going down themselves, that is very unfortunate. Big anti-nade from Juju, and Tata for now incredibly low. And man, could that have gone worse for I Need Healing. It's tough for Ghosty there. I don't know exactly what happened, but it all kind of fell apart after Ghosty fell off the map.
Yeah, that is just... Ghosty does get a pick down to Juju, so this is still winnable as spawns come in quicker for I Need Healing, but it just seems like Boomer just has kind of the answer for almost everything they want to do here.
We do see Tata once again disconnecting. This will be I Need Healings. Or do they have 3 pauses? I don't remember. I know it's for sure 2 pauses of 3 minutes, and they're right back. So just kind of weird, like quick DCs. Maybe just some slight internet issues.
Yeah, I'll double check here with Stream Team here. I believe it's 3 pauses, but I'm not fully certain here, and I don't. Hopefully, it doesn't get to that point, but just to be safe. But yeah, so Tata comes back here. It is really kind of unfortunate though for them, as they did have, I believe, 50 plus % there to grab. So you're gonna have that alt reset here. Have to have them build it up here again. You'd have 3 minutes though to do it, so not necessarily a super high hill to have to climb, but we'll see how it goes.
I think the worst part here is just not having that Zarya in the team fight, as it's definitely looking tough for I Need Healing, as they did lose Ghosty here. And yeah, Bangin gonna try and back up here, try and get a quick reset. Actually, it looks like the rest of the team is gonna try and rotate to the high ground, perhaps.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do something creative here with not having the Zarya here for this team fight. But the worst thing they can do is kind of get caught in this middle area here, which it appears they just did, and it is going to cost them 2 people for it. They seem to be uncertain if they wanted to back out or re-engage here. Nonetheless, Reindeer with his 2nd hammer kill of the game, keeping us entertained. But
you love to see it.
You love to see it, but you are going to have to see it full back here by the side of I Need Healing. They do swap for that Junkrat, they swap for the Diva, you have Ghosty coming up with ult, Valyrian coming up with ult, and 2 minutes to do it here. So definitely a good options for them. However, though, you do have 4 ults, possibly 5 coming up here pretty quickly on the side of Boomers.
Yeah, I'd say with Ghosty's Barrage right now, the time to strike is now for I Need Healing. They might get full held if they don't find the picks, and there it is. Ghosty taking down Manila. No res will be available, and now could be in a really good position to find a nice barrage. Tata for now going up to the high ground. There's Ghosty trying to use it on the tanks, but goes down. K2 getting the nano boost as well. Citizen Snips throwing out the Gravitic Flux. No Baptiste available this time, but the Coalescence coming out from Villian should keep up everyone relatively well. Rocky Top coming on from the flank, able to take down the last 2 tanks, and that is going to be point A being captured for I Need Healing. As jokingly in a little bit of trouble, this might be a good chance for a snowball.
Yeah, it is a good chance for a snowball. However, though, do they kill Manila in time? They are going to get that quick respawn. So you do have both DPS ults and Window coming up on the side of Boomers, so there's a good chance of snowball, but also really good sustain ults here. But Reindeer goes down, so definitely still snowball possibility.
Great start, but Tata for now just getting the absolute brunt of that amplification matrix damage, and Manila coming up using the tactical visor. There's the shatter from Bangin, but I don't think it's going to move the needle. Rocky Top is able to take down Manila. That could be the start to the turnaround, but I don't think with only 3 people here that it's going to be enough. Villian trying to maybe tickle K2 to death, and they are able to do it, so that's actually a really good re-entry pick for I Need Healing. Yeah,
and you do, because K2 did have that bongo. However, you saw Reindeer with this Torvald, as well as Juju with the Nano. Arista is almost back, and then you almost have Citizen Snips here with another Gravitic.
And Citizen Snips is going to get the Nano boost as well. Here comes multiple ults coming out from Boomers, only the Valkyrie from I Need Healing, and Villian going down already, almost had that Coalescence. Unfortunate there. It is likely going to be Boomers R Us going to turn this around. Here comes the tire. It takes out 2, but is that going to be enough to move the needle? Ghosty is able to find 1. This fight is still very winnable, but Ghosty goes down. Can Valerian possibly get that res? Yes, we'll get it, but leaves Rocky Top to die. Actually, I believe he was antied. Ghosty almost has that barrage, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. It's only a couple people left.
Oh, it spawns on the side of Boomers. I'm not sure I love that tire. Could have definitely tried to snowball with 4 or 5 ults here going into this point, but you do have a quick re-engage here, so we'll see. You do have Bomb and Barrage available, but Ghosty dies where she can use Barrage.
That's rough. Can Valerian possibly get that res? It's going to be tough. Both teams are down a member right now, and there's a couple picks here for I Need Healing. You do see Tata throwing in the bomb, not able to find anything, but does take out K2's shield. He's up here on the high ground. There's 1 tick gained for I Need Healing, and K2 dropping to the low ground. I don't know if they really needed to do that there. Maybe we're trying to recontest the point. Jokingly coming back with the Coalescence. Gonna get the solo ult from Jokingly. There's 2 ticks on the side of I Need Healing. Reindeer back, trying to throw the turret on the point. Turn this around. Still incredibly close. Here comes Rocky Top. Not gonna find anything with the tire. It's so close to being a full cap. K2 coming back on the Diva is going to get taken down right away, in Manila, the only one here with Jokingly and Juju the supports. They just need to take them down, and the point will be theirs. Only 0.7% remaining, and they will get it. So I Need Healing able to capture both points here, but with a far inferior time bank.
Great stall there on the side of Boomers. I believe burned about 40 seconds or so off the clock whenever K2 dropped down there and then moving forward. So good stall by them. Looking here into overtime essentially for both these teams. You have the run it back available for both. It's going to be much harder here for I Need Healing. You're looking at maybe 2 good fights, maybe 3 if you all die at once. But probably
that's got to be 2. Yeah, you might only get, and worst case scenario is you only get 1. You try and take a long rotation, get set up on the fight, and the fight doesn't start until 45 seconds left in the round. The fight takes 20 seconds. That's probably only going to be 1 fight there.
Yeah, so you're looking at 1 to 2 fights here on the side of I Need Healing, depending on your aggression level. So if you are the side of Boomers here, you're feeling pretty good about it. You just need to withstand the storm here, because a draw here for Boomers is as good as a win. Doesn't help their map differential for the season, but however, it will solidify them winning this game at the very least. So all the pressure here in the series on the side of I Need Healing, they need to get some sort of capture here on at least first point here of Volskaya to put some pressure on the side of Boomers.
It is kind of interesting. The Boomers only have a -3 map differential as of right now, so getting a 3-0 or a 4-0 here would put them back to even or maybe even positive. So definitely some stuff on the line for Boomers getting the 4-0. If I said I Need Healing at first, I meant Boomers. But Manila getting the dynamite kill onto Valerian, that is a really tough pick for I Need Healing to start off with, losing their Mercy in the pocket for the Echo. But they are going to continue.
Back up here. They should back up. They have no Mercy, and this is now they're making. If someone else dies, you're not going to have a full 6 for final fight.
Yeah, Mercy's still on the way back, but they do have the point presence. Perhaps that's what they're trying to get here. And Reindeer trying to go aggressive gets taken down by the Diva. This is exactly what I Need Healing need. And now it's an incredibly chaotic fight on the points. Innocent Snips was caught in a trap and will go down. Valerian coming back, able to get the res onto Rocky Top. And there we go. It actually does work out for I Need Healing, continuing to make that rotation towards point as they're going to capture point A.
Okay, now we look here. You do have that full cap on point 1, looking to try to steamroll into point 2. Going to be very tough with no ults, but Ghosty gets the pick on the Reindeer. That will be an instant spawn. So you have some opportunities here with 30 seconds on the side of I Need Healing, but they need to make something happen quick.
Both of the tanks are incredibly low. Tata for now going a little too far. Gets taken down by the Stickies, but there's still ultimates coming up, but this is not good. Ghosty going on to the Diva, trying to get that self-destruct. Already has it. Great job from him, but Citizen Snips able to use the shield to block it. This is not looking good. Filling and Valerian are the only ones here. And that will be it. Only point A captured for I Need Healing. So to stay in this series, they're going to need to get the full hold on A.
Yeah, so probably can guess what comp they're going to run. We'll see what happens here before I jinx it, but definitely looking at a bunkery-esque comp here. They need to full hold this this first point to have a chance to run it back in the series, because if you get that full cap here on point 1, best case is a draw, so game's over for them. Basically, you have the 4th map to play for funsies and try to get a better map differential. So we'll see what happens. If you are boomers here, though, I think you want to... I think you just go very aggressively at this. You have multiple fights here, so you want to go aggressive, build up your own ults, and try to bait some ults out of them, and then just go for a big 6, basically. You just want 6, have all 6 of them together, and everybody hit triangle at the same time. As you do see, though, the Mei Junkrat comps. Not what I thought would come out, but a Mei Junkrat here on the side of I Need Healing looks pretty beefy there. You do have the Ryan Diva as well as the Mercy Moira as a strong healer comp there for this team. Not gonna have that Immort, which I would expect you to have here on 2 CP defense. You do want somewhat of that extra life there. But are going to forego that for the Moira here for maybe some damage output. And you here on attack, you do have the Ryan Zarya, the Hanzo McCree, and the Lucio Moira. So you're clearly wanting to run at people here. And you have that win con of Grab Dragons with no defensive ult or anything to really shut that down on the side of I Need Healing.
Yeah, for I Need Healing, I almost maybe think a Lucio would really put the bow on this comp, but... we'll see how they do. Mei certainly can be good, but Tata for now going down already. That is brutal. No Diva. And now that is the go button for Boomers R Us. They're going aggressive, getting all of the picks in the world. Look at the charge that Citizen Snips has. Rocky Top able to find 1, but he will go down very quickly as well. Almost was able to build up the tire, but Valerian the only one here. And that will be point A being captured by Boomers. All they're going to need now is a tick on point B, and they will have won this map.
Yeah, so I pointed out there's no defensive ult, which could have been the issue there for the side of I Need Healing, but it doesn't matter. They're going to full cap here before even having to build those combos. However, though, coming into this second point, still no swap to defensive ult. They need to recognize that Grab Dragons is a win con here on the side of on the side of Boomers, and right now the only way they stop that is if Tata gets a big eat onto one or both of them here.
Rocky Top able to initiate and take down Rain here. That's a great start for the defense here. I Need Healing obviously have to settle for the draw at best. Got a while to go, just a little above 2.5 minutes now on the clock, so we're going to see a backup here from Boomers as they try and work up to some more of those win conditions.
As you do see a good initial pick there for them. However, though, you do have a lot of time still left on the bank for Boomers. I Need Healing still can pull out this draw, and losing 2-1-1 if you do win this 4th map is not awful. You still played very good this game. Not a lot to hang your head on. You can still set momentum here by winning this map.
We do see K2's Shatter getting immediately blocked, and the Blizzard with some nice zoning capabilities. K2 is able to take down both of the tanks, actually, but I think it's too late with Manila going down, and now Citizen Snips joining him. It is going to be another successful defense here for I Need Healing.
Yeah, and they're just playing very strongly around this Junkrat Mei combo here. Again, the only way I see this point getting busted open here is a Grab Dragons or a Grab High Noon combo here on the side of Boomers, which they're building up to right here.
Oh.
But Reindeer gets picked before you can even walk through the main choke, so you're waiting another 20 seconds or so for him to get back and join your team.
Yeah, and this is the last thing you want as Boomers, to have your time bank slowly dwindled away by, you know, just random picks. So they have a lot of their win conditions coming up, but I mean, I Need Healing with a bunch of ultimates themselves.
And it's going to be interesting to see how the combos come through here. You do have everything but bomb up for I Need Healing, and then 4 ults up on the side of Boomers, but again, Reindeer dies again, dying first in another fight, so this is a backup here. This is 100% their last fight, but they're still wanting to engage with 2 kills there by Manila with the High Noon.
Yeah, that's huge. He took the moving platforms to get to the backline. K2 frozen up by Ghosty, but the coalescence from Villian trying to burn him down. K2 does go down. Here comes Rocky Top throwing in the tire as well as the bomb from Tata for now, and I do think we're going to see the stabilization coming out on the side of I Need Healing, and this is a tough position. Reindeer, Manila actually getting picks. Citizen Snip still alive. The Grab Dragons could still be coming out. Rocky Top gets 2, and including onto Reindeer. Oh no, that is a brutal pick. Citizen Snips able to take down Rocky Top. This is still very winnable. Manila building up another high noon. Unbelievable from him. Tata for now. Adamek, here comes the Blizzard coming out from Ghosty. Manila caught in the trap, and there it is, the grab, but the Dragons isn't there to follow up from Spawn. Reindeer throwing it in. Shatter coming out from K2. It's so close. Can the respawns be enough? Coming out from I Need Healing, jokingly taking out Rocky Top. Just the tanks and the Mercy here for I Need Healing. That's all Boomers need to do to take out and win this map. Coalescence coming out from jokingly, but that's pretty much their final ultimate. If any of picks go in the favor of I Need Healing, that's going to be huge for them. Ghosty back on the Tracer, able to not do a whole lot, get the recall, but that's about it. All the picks going in favor of Boomers R Us, and they will get the one tick that they need and get the win on Volskaya and take the 3-0 lead and get the series victory.
Yeah, so that is series victory clinched for them, 3-0. Them obviously looking for the 4-0 here, and you have on the side of I Need Healing looking for 3-1. As you see Rocky isn't even playing the game with Tire. Good Tire here by them. He really set the momentum here to, I believe, snowball into taking this second point for I Need Healing. So definitely a good map for them. Unfortunately, just again, I think flexibility here in comps is really kind of what is allowing the side of Boomers to really thrive here. You do see a lot of different heroes coming out of their DPS line, and they're really kind of attacking mainly Ghosty on whatever Ghosty's playing, is that is the flex pick there in for the side of I Need Healing. If you shut down Ghosty, it seems like maps are easier. So big target on Ghosty's head right now, and the side of Boomer is really adapting well to it.
So we'll have to see, like we said, this final map for Boomers R Us, if they're able to get the victory on Junkertown, get the full 4-0, they actually will go back to a positive map differential. Both of their losses weren't too bad. They lost in map 5 against Pete's Planet, and then they were able to take a map at the end of the Diving Phoenix series. So this could definitely be a huge way for Boomers R Us to kind of get their momentum back. And you know, a lot of people had pretty high expectations for this team. I myself put them pretty high in the power rankings. They were looking good in the preseason if you scrimmed them, you know. So this, to see them start off 0-2 was definitely not what you wanted to see, but obviously still a lot of season left to be played, and if they can start getting momentum now and keep playing like this, they're gonna be looking good for the rest of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. I think first, I think you're really starting to see the differences. You kind of touched on it there during that map. First couple weeks, Boomers R Us did not look necessarily on the same page whenever it came to what combos they want to do, where they were pushing, stuff like that. This week 3 here, they seem to be really shored up on what exactly they're wanting to do, where they're wanting to push, and so forth. So they have a lot of good pieces here. They're really starting to come together, really building to a good season for them. I Need Healing here. Started off strong, 4-0 to start the season. Had some stumbles last week against Pizza Planet, and then now stumbling here again against Boomers. Hopefully, next week they'll have all their pieces back here and can get back to where they started off for the beginning of the season. But it looks like we may be starting to see some of that flexibility that they had last season with players like Daisy 2K, Resting Birchface, Cororio, Senior McFluff, and Take the Strap, all in their roster. They're able to kind of be here and flex onto other roles, flex onto other heroes. Really starting to hurt them now, as they seem to be somewhat one-dimensional in this game with some of the hero pools.
Obviously, again, not having Dadbod tonight certainly does not help. He played great in their first game and definitely looks to be one of their best players, and second game in a row without them, you know, you wonder just kind of if he makes, you know, if having them makes such a huge difference, that's why they were able to beat Sandbagging Smurfs so well. And you know, we'll have to see. Hopefully they can get Dadbod back sooner rather than later. They did say that he could, like, it was possible that he was going to show up tonight, but obviously he has not, and where he isn't coming in for this last map. I Need Healing already submitting their roster. It's going to be the exact same thing that they ran on Volskaya.
Yeah, you'll have the exact same thing here as you had on Volskaya here, because you obviously, as we touched on, have only the 6 players here tonight, putting them in a tough spot. Hopefully they have a good map for here as you run on the map of Junkertown here. Unfortunately, though, probably the toughest hill to climb in this map pool for them is you do see Lee coming back here on DPS. You'd have to assume you're going to see a Far Mercy here, and this is probably the best sightlines map, and Lee can also play the Ash. You could see an Ash pocket here. So it is going to be a tough hill here, I think, for the side of I Need Healing. Be interesting to see how they decide to combat this, as this is the map with the most open sightlines here in our current map pool. We'll see then also Insane coming in here on tank for the side of Boomers. No surprise here, as you do have this is a very strong ball map, and you did see Insane play very well on ball on Eichenwald. So definitely Boomers here not pulling any punches. They want to put in their best roster they can here for map 4 to get this 4-0 and look to get back in that positive win differential here. So they're going to play this, I would assume, what would be a ball comp here, maybe a ball hog type comp here. I do believe we had K2 play some hog last season for Valkyries. And then you have Manila here, who just played very well on the Soldier on Volskaya, that could also have some great value here on Junkertown.
Just waiting on the readies here from Boomers R Us, and yeah, they're running a full 58 on this last lineup. No one on off rolls. They definitely want to win this final map, get back to positive in their map differential. And you do tend to see teams that have rough starts really taking more into these final maps. Maybe teams that are towards the top of the standings, if they already have the 3-0 and they already have a good map differential, that's when they can come in and experiment. And perhaps we'll still see Boomers come in and experiment with some new, different comps and stuff. But at the same time, I think they're really looking to, because even if they lose this map, they actually will not be back to positive in their map differential. They'll still be at a -1. So I'm wondering if that's on their mind.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is, and also after being 0-2, I think you kind of want to set a statement here for the rest of the season that you guys are serious. You're a team to be messed with, and if you put this 4-0 on a team like I Need Healing, who had such a strong week 1, and people are unsure necessarily where I Need Healing falls in the bracket, you definitely want to set a tempo here with this and be dominant. And it looks to be what they're maybe trying to do here, as you do have this Widow pick coming out from Ratty, which is interesting to me, into a double shield comp of theirs. Both teams kind of mirror the double shield here. Be curious to see what Ratty's wanting to do here with the Widow. Sightlines are
probably gonna maybe just gonna take a shot at spawn and then swap. That's what I'm thinking is possibly the case.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. I wouldn't be surprised, but also, I mean, if you can get momentum rolling on this Widow and can apply pressure to this tank line behind shields, I think you might be able to keep this the full map here. As they go for the long flank here, though, onto that top building, so it looks like they're committed to more than just maybe a spawn peak. Really a unique rotation here on the side of Boomers here, going up to this top area and just really allowing Lee. They're not even pushing Cartwright here. Lee just sit back here dueling Rocky.
And Ratty is able to find a pick onto Rocky Top, and he's finally going to be the one to start contesting the payload, as the rest of the members of Boomers are going to try and get the staggers. It is going to be a regroup coming in from I Need Healing.
Yeah, and you're wondering if you see someone else come be payload person, as you do see that's probably not the best job for a Widowmaker. She's not going to get a lot of value here, but you do see them. Yeah, Soldier's going to rotate to that, maybe allowing Widow here to set up some better sightlines.
And a great start to this team fight. Ratty finding the headshot onto Ghosty. Rocky Top, though, is able to get above the stairs and take down Juju, so a lot of speed now down on the side of Boomers. Ratty, though, getting another pick. There's two. Both of the supports. Excellent job from Ratty, already building up the sights. Tata for now going to be no match for the double hit scan. Ghosty still up here in the window with the turret. Able to get a pick onto Manila, but will it be enough?
Gets both DPS actually, so this could be swingable here. As Ghosty's getting close to that ultimate, you do have what looks to be maybe a 4-on-4 fight here on the side here for this final point. But you do have a long-range poke coming back from V and Manila, both that can really damage you from range.
Both of the Coalescence have been used here, and Ghosty using the Molten Core takes down one and gets another with the turret. That's a lot of ultimates being used on the side of I Need Healing, but I think it will be enough for them to get the stabilization, and looking pretty solid so far on the defense, actually.
Yeah, they're looking good here with this double shield. Ghosty playing phenomenal here on this Torbjorn, really applying some off-angle pressure there. However, though, I still don't think they have a great answer for Lee on this Widowmaker here. Really just kind of not necessarily dealing with him until there's 1 or 2 picks that happen. So I think they really need to kind of pressure him out, because if this Widow gets set up behind, it could be game over.
Oh, and I caught that on the stream. Rocky Top using the double concussion mine to get into the back line and get 2 with the tire. Ratty is able to take down the mechless Tata, and we'll see if that's going to be enough. Ratty getting another pick just on these off angles, doing so well, but Valorant Steel able to get the res onto Ghosty, and I think this will be another team fight victory for I Need Healing.
Yeah, you do see Insane swap the Zarya here. Full Ryan Zarya swap here. They're looking to brawl into this for the final fight. Lee gonna stick on this Widow, Manila's gonna stick on this Soldier. It's interesting to see here. What happens is Ratty does go down here, might look for a swap for final fight, I'm not sure, but Juju goes down as well. You're looking at maybe, if you're lucky, having everybody here for the final fight, but not sure.
Yeah, again, I Need Healing just finding these opening picks. Villian has that Coalescence ready once again, and there's the Shatter coming out from Bangin, and it's a good one. The follow-up is there as well. Coalescence to keep the team healed up as well, and yeah, we're going into final team fight territory for I Need Healing, and probably going to need either Insane or Juju to touch here.
See the swap of the ball, maybe looking for the toucher, so we'll see what happens here. There are really no ults besides Coalescence, and then maybe a Visor getting built up here on the side of Boomer, so you do have the Torbjorn coming out here, which is going to cause massive issues for touch.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. They can barely touch the payload right now. Insane. Actually still relatively healthy and doing a good job at contesting. Jokingly able to take down Ghosty, but with the Rhine down, that's going to be tough. Overtime burning down right now. Insane caught in a trap. Will they be able to take advantage of it? No, Insane's still very much alive, but there's a tire coming out from Rocky Top. It takes down Manila only jokingly and Insane here, and that's going to be the full hold on Junkertown for I Need Healing. So definitely showing some fight here, trying to, get at least one map for the road here.
Absolutely, some good fight out of them right here to hold this as a full hold. Looking to maybe get some value here out of this game with them with a 3-1, help their map differentiator not take another 4-0, not take the 4-0 here. On the side of Boomers, I don't know if you're necessarily experimenting with comps here. I think maybe Lee should have went back to that far that they had no answer for, but again, as we touched on, it's map 4. They don't necessarily need this win. So we'll see what they decide here on defense, if they're gonna maybe experiment again with maybe a Widow pick and Soldier, or if they're gonna try to run a hard bunker-esque comp or something to counter what I Need Healing was running.
We talked about if Boomers are able to get the 4-0 here, they'll go back to a positive map differential. If I Need Healing get the victory here, they will actually still have an even map differential. If they were to have gotten 4-0'd, they'd be at a -2, but right now if they're able to get the victory on Junkertown, they will be at least at even. So a 1-2 with a even map differential, with a couple of tough losses against a couple of pretty good teams, Boomers and Beast Planet. Definitely not gonna be too terribly sad at the result. Obviously, you want to win and maybe make it a more competitive game right off the start. But to at least get one map, it would definitely be huge.
Yeah, Boomers are going for the spawn hold though. It appears that they want to get this full hold, and Lee's get the early pick there on a Rocky Top as the counter jump bracket 2 there, actually. Yeah, Boomers I don't think are necessarily wanting to give up anything here. I like this hold though, solidifies them multiple fights here. Even if they all die here, they aren't. It's not like they're going to be able to push in off this one fight. They're guaranteeing at least 2 fights on this point.
And I mean, look at this, Insane being protected by a wall and a shield. Bangin' not going to be able to survive. Yeah, it's definitely going to be tough here for I Need Healing. Rocky Top able to find one. That is going to be huge, as it's going to be a long time before Jokingly is able to get back into this team fight. But Ghosty is down. I mean, it's one at a time right now for I Need Healing, and they need to full regroup right now and make sure they're not getting picked off as soon as they walk out of spawn.
Yeah, they need to just do a full 6 here, but it's gonna be a problem for them. Is you do have some ults coming up. You have Shatter, you have Window, and you have the Torp ult coming through, and you're gonna have Tire come up here pretty quickly if you keep feeding Lee like this. So I don't know if I Need Healing's a little mentally boomed here at this. Ghosty does get a pick, but it's still, they need to just be a team, take a deep breath, and step out as one unit to try to make this work.
And there's the Molten Core coming out from Manila. It's actually pretty easily kited, though, and Manila is going to go down. Ghosty is down, too, but I think this is probably going to be it for the spawn hold. Bangin' incredibly low, though, and there's the Shatter, but not able to connect as he got CC'd into the air. Jokingly is going to commit the Coalescence as well, trying to keep any semblance of this full hold coming back. And look at this, ultimates being invested. Still 4 members of I Need Healing here, but with Ratty going down, I think I Need Healing are gonna probably wanna give this up. They're at least gonna die on payload to keep the payload from moving. And there's a good immortality field coming out from Juju, but it leaves everyone incredibly low from the tire from Rocky Top. And there it is. The payload will finally starting to get moving, but almost 2.5 minutes off the clock. Great job from Boomers.
Impressive spawn hold here. Really actually made, I believe Rocky used 2 tires there. Took out a lot of ults that I Need Healing have here. So now I Need Healing only has the bomb and the Echo Dupe here to really work with. And if they can shut him down here one fight, it's a long walk back to this point. So Boomer's definitely still in a very good spot here, as they do have both DPS ults coming up for them as well as Window. You have Insane on that ball with no real stun against him.
Wrecking ball.
Interesting. Ghosty gonna duplicate the Wrecking Ball. Already has that minefields, putting it in right onto K2. He's gonna be between a rock and a hard place. There's a Molten Core coming out from Manila, but Tata for now getting 2 kills with the bomb. This might be it, folks. Under a minute left. If I Need Healing, or if Boomers are able to turn this around, it would be huge. They'd probably win the map. Insane gonna try and spin to win for as long as he can, but now Juju up on the high ground. Will he be able to use the amplification matrix? No, Ghosty finds that pick. Here comes Ratty, long range tire. It does take down Rocky Top, so maybe not completely over. Valorant able to get that res in Manila, and Jokingly going down. I think that's gonna be it. So I Need Healing able to get the map victory, but Boomers will still win the series 3-1.
Yeah, I Need Healing's gonna take this 4th map. Whatever the story may be, whether Boomers were experimenting with constant attack, whether they were going full out, who knows? None of us will know except for them. But for end of it being, I Need Healing takes a map here, very good for them. Helps with the morale after having a tough first 3 maps. So 3-1 here. Definitely a good ending for them. Boomers, though, I think is the big story here. Looking very dominant in the first 3 maps, specifically map 1 and map 3. I think they look completely dominant on, and then map 2, very, very close, but still I think their composure there on Eichenwald, on defense, with I Need Healing rolling in with about a 4-minute time bank, I think, going into 3rd point, were able to stop that steamroll at about, I think, 9 meters till the door, and then flip it for a full hold, which, to be honest with you, I didn't think was going to be a thing that could happen there.
So now, of course, the conversation will shift to the MVPs, and there are definitely a lot of candidates, especially for Boomers R Us. I will say, for I Need Healing, I would not mind shouting Ghosty. I think Ghosty played incredibly well tonight.
Yeah, I think whether Ghosty gets an MVP, honorable mention, whatever, them being shouted out has to be the very least that happens. To be as frank as I can about it, Ghosty was the team on I Need Healing for a lot of the maps here. Boomers ran double bird at Ghosty multiple times, And especially on Eichenwald, the reason I think that map was so close was because Ghosty was able to be so proficient on that Ash with the pocket was very, very strong. So absolutely recognition where it's due there. Ghosty playing phenomenal tonight for the side of I Need Healing.
And Rocky Top giving us the MVP nominations. They are going to go with Insane and Ratty, and Ratty is definitely another player that you have to bring up, but I am definitely on the train of Insane getting Tank MVP. He did play incredibly well tonight.
Yeah, so I think both nominations coming out of Rocky there for I Need Healing is fantastic. Insane, I think, really played very strong. Map 1 on Zarya really helped set tempo and allowed the Reinhardt there for Boomers to get a lot of value. And really bailed him out of some situations there. And then I think going into map 2, the ball on Eichenwald there, specifically on defense for the stall, what turned into being a stall pick that ended up being a pick for the rest of the 4 minutes of that map. Built up multiple minefields, was able to secure and eventually C9 them off the point with the minefield. I think there's a lot of players on the tank line that did very well today, but I think it would be remiss to give it to anybody as tank MVP other than Insane. I think Insane was what his name is today, and that he just played insane on the ball.
And then, of course, for support, pretty much only, well, I guess we did. I will say, I thought Trillion Dax was playing really well for those first 2 maps. Obviously, did not play on the last 2, but I don't want to forget about Trillion Dax. We did see Boomers nominate Villian, who I also think played really well on those last 2 maps. So definitely some candidates here. What are your opinions?
So my 2 initial candidates there for support MVP, I think you have to look at the 2 main Mercy players. So I think the Mercy players were what enabled the DPS on the side of both teams here to get a lot of value. Valyrian Steel for I Need Healing played Mercy, I believe, all 4 maps for them, obviously, with them only having 6 people here. Played it very strong, as well as really knew when to enable Ghosty on that Ashe and was able to really battle off, was the other half of what was battling off that double bird on Eichenwald. So I think her value, I think Villian played great, but I think Valyrian there, I think the Mercy there was the go-to pick and needed to happen most of the games. I think Valyrian there, and then Trillion Dax, you mentioned it as well already. I am 100% sold. Played very, very well on, again, the Mercy. If you look at map 1 specifically, the Mercy for the Pharah on the control map there really kind of set the tempo, allowed Ratty to just exist in the backline for most of that game and get away with a lot of flank and aggressive plays. It really set the tempo.
So what are we thinking then? Because I'm feeling personally, I'm feeling a Ghosty for DPS, Insane for tank, Trillion Dax for support.
I'm okay with that. Those are all great to me. I would then, if we can give an honorable mention, I would throw it to Ratty. I think
Ratty had a great game.
Absolutely toe-to-toe in DPS. Again, Manila played well on DPS, Rocky played well on DPS, Reindeer played well on DPS, but I think if you look at the carry potential from DPS on both sides, I think Ratty and Ghosty were both very, very close, but I do think Ghosty, because of the pressure that they were under all night, having to be that solo hit scan against what was a very impressive comp, would be my MVP pick, but honorable mention for sure to Ratty there.
Okay, well, now all we have left to do is interviews, so...
Sounds like a plan. Yeah, definitely a good game here out of both teams. Excited to see specifically I Need Healing. You know what they've done in the past. They've been competitive here in the Oasis League for a few seasons now. Boomers though really entice me here with their team comp here that they're running in terms of roster. Really pulled a lot of great pieces from a lot of teams last season. So putting all those things together, it'll be interesting to see what they do here towards the end of season.
Okay, just waiting to see who wants to come in for the interview. Okay, so let's go ahead and get Insane and Lee in here. I cannot invite Insane. I can invite Ratty, though.
We have Lee here.
There he is. Hello, Ratty. Congratulations on your victory tonight, getting the first one of the season.
Thank you, buddy. Just waiting for Inside to
Yeah,
join me.
I couldn't invite him. I can't invite him right now, so he'll have to... Oh,
He may have
Oopsies, I did not mean to remove him.
removed him from the custom game.
We'll
Oh, is it?
let him get it in here, so...
Yeah, but congrats on the win tonight, Lee. Happy for you guys to get your first one of the season. Hopefully, the first of many for you guys.
Yeah, fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed. Like pre-season and that, we've done really well in scrims and stuff, and I think maybe we got a bit too cocky, like. But the last two games have been like a reality check, and we've worked really hard on what was going wrong in them games to try and get a victory tonight.
Also, hello, Insane. Great performance tonight. Good job getting the victory.
Thank you very much.
And Ratty kind of was starting to kind of talk about my first question is, obviously starting off 0-2, not an ideal start, but bouncing back in this game. What do you think was the big difference between tonight and your first two games?
I think we just worked really hard. We kind of identified the problems that we were having. It was a little bit of comms issue, a little bit of focus fire issue, and we went in knowing how to adjust that into our previous scrims, and we did just that, and we came together as a team and we pulled out the dub, and I'm very proud of my team for that.
Ratty, anything to add there?
He explained it perfectly, to be honest. I couldn't add to it.
Yeah, I mean, I think
he worded it the same as what I would have.
Yeah, I think that was touched on pretty perfectly by you guys. Yeah, congrats on the win here, going against I Need Healing, getting your first one of the season. Hopefully not your last one. I have a question specifically about Eichenwald there. You guys tried the double bird early with Reindeer there on attack with both the Echo and the Pharah, and then it appeared like, Lee, you were trying to get some like backline pressure right there. Was the plan always you just get like an opening pick or bait out those cooldowns and you guys all push in, or did that just seem to happen when you noticed they only had the one hit scan?
No, what it was, we made a plan that we knew they would run like a Junkrat, because Rocky Top's a Junkrat player and he's a really good one at that, if I'm honest. So my plan was to go round the back, and Insane on the ball was going to kind of like go in as I went in. So like if he slammed, and I could finish off any targets that he slammed to try and open it up for us. It didn't quite work out as planned to begin with, but we got there in the end.
Yeah, we ended up clutching it out. It took a little while to build ults, but so Barrage broke it open for us, and then we saw the opportunity and seized it.
So
yeah,
then,
you guys definitely. And then on the defense, sorry, Kirby. And then on the defense on that map, going into obviously you guys on defense there, I Need Healing was putting a tremendous time on you, to say the least. I think they were going into the third point there with about 4 minutes to cap third point. They get it to about 6, I think, meters left, and then you guys stop them. What was the switch there? What was the call there that went from you guys getting steamrolled to you guys essentially just were an iron wall for that last bit? Like, what was the switch? What was the comm there that made everything switch to be like, okay, we're not going to give them another inch?
Simple comm. It was target focus. It was literally, we just said, right, let's not panic, target focus.
Yeah.
And then it just seemed to just smooth out after that. Like, we was calling out where players were going, like on their team. So like the Junkrat and the Zarya were trying to flank around. Obviously Echo at the top and in the main, and it was literally just a case of calling out their pathing and dealing with it early enough to stop them from doing it. So we knew where we was going.
Yeah, comms drastically improved, and also I went onto my comfort pick. As y'all know, I'm a ball main, and they just weren't really dealing with me as much as they were before. And so I was able to make a lot of distraction for my team to get the picks that we needed.
Absolutely. That's all I had, Kirby. What do you got for me?
Yeah, so I have a more general question. Obviously, you were kind of talking about knowing that the Junkrat was going to come out, so you decided to play the double birds. But what were some of the other, strategies and things you were looking for heading into this game? Like, what other things do you think you took into account for I Need Healing to get this win?
I think it was more focused on ourselves, to be honest.
Yep,
Like,
definitely.
with the last two games, like, we haven't performed like we can. And we was just mainly focusing on getting our bit done right, because we know if we've done our bit right, the way we have done previous in scrims, then it's going to work. Like, I think personally we're a formidable team once we get things right.
Definitely.
Okay, and I pretty much just have one more question for you, and it's going to be 1 second, because I need to... Do you guys know your next opponent off the top of your guys' head? Yes,
Yeah,
who is it?
Cosmic Omnic.
Cosmic Omnics. So that's your next battle. What are you looking forward to for that game? And what improvements do you think still need to be made as you continue the season?
I think still comms issue. We've gone from having no comms to like too much comms. And like we've got to find that balance of having the right amount of balance of comms. And in all honesty, I know nothing about Cosmic Omnics. Like, I've watched them play a couple of games, but I think they're a really good team, and like they can cause us a lot of problems. Yeah. So we just have to mainly focus on what we need to do as a team, not focus on what they are going to do to us.
Yep, we'll be prepared. Just definitely be prepared for next week's game.
Well, you said that's all you had, Toasty, and that's all I have, so... Again, congratulations, Boomers R Us, for the victory, and hopefully you can continue the momentum.
Thank you very much for having us.
And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys casting and taking the do so. Thank you. Very
of course,
much.
If you watch the VOD, I hope you enjoy. I thought we did a pretty good job tonight. Yeah, so...
I'll be the judge of that, Toasty. I will be the judge of that.
I appreciate that, Lee. I appreciate that, man.
I was going to say, you already know that I was pretty good, so not
I know you are, Mr. Gandhi Curry, but
no,
I have to judge Toasty now. Thank you, guys.
I know you will.
No, he had a lot of great color analysis there, so I think it was really good.
No worries. Thank you, guys. Take care, yeah?
Yep,
have a good
you
night.
Too.
Peace.
Okay, well, I Need Healing declined for an interview tonight, so I think that's gonna be it for the evening. I thought there was going to be another game tonight, but I don't think the other channel is streaming right now, so that game may be getting uncasted as of right now, but we'll see the results of that hopefully within the next few hours. But other than that, tomorrow we've got a great battle. Pizza Planet versus Nova, a battle of undefeated. That should be a great one. A couple games later in the week, as well as some Tier 2 action this weekend. I think there's a lot of stuff that's coming up that's going to be really exciting.
Absolutely. Definitely tune back in, guys. I think there's going to be some great games this week, both T3 and T2. I think the one tomorrow that you touched on, upcoming with Nova and Pizza Plate, is going to be a really, really good T3 game. You have some standout DPS specifically on both sides. I believe you have Sky over on Nova, and then obviously Gojo on the side of Pizza Planet. So it'll be interesting to see. Definitely come back and catch the games the rest of the week.
With that, we're going to call it a night. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Absolutely, guys. Thanks for joining us.